Good morning to all of you. This is Amran from Bangladesh. I would like to thanks to the University of Kelaniya to host this international conference on advanced marketing 2022. So I'll be presenting my presentations, which is the celebrity credibility on pre-received brand trust study on multinational mobile service brand in Bangladesh. So this is my topic. So I'll be discussing some of the important matters. So here you can go through the slides. So right now, is that agenda of the presentations. As you can see there, the introductions part and problem statement, research questions and objectives, hypothesis, literature review, conceptual framework, data analysis, suggestions and further research, recommendations, limitations, and further research and reference. So these are the agendas will be discussed in these presentations where I have conducted research. So now let's go to that introductions part. So as you can see that this is the introductions part, right? So I have enlisted, but where I am trying to elaborate the matter of the celebrity endorsement. What exactly it's mean by that? So celebrity is the public figure persons who is having a good personality and who is having a very good, well public figure, especially in the domestic and internationally. So celebrity is a person who normally work for the company by endorsing a product. So therefore, it has certified such a product as a persuasions where the customers relate to the person used to of features in a when end user personality match up. So celebrity end user is an individual known by the public or for the area of the achievement. So especially the celebrity, it's very much works for the companies, not only for the multinational companies as well as for the domestic oriented companies as well, especially in the Southeast Asia and South Asia. And the celebrity also used in high developed countries as well. It can be like athlete, it can be sportsman or actor and actors whose personality it's match up with the product oriented or product segmented, which is referred by the customers who are accepted it. So basically, these are the very important tools being used, in our country in Bangladesh, especially in the mobile telecommunication sectors. So as might be aware of that, the the world number one batsman, especially who is linked to that to the cricket in our country, Sakib Al Hasan. Most of the companies are always constantly focused on Sakib Al Hasan to endorse a product for the marketing campaign. And this is how it works very effectively. Here is the problem statement, while conducting research, like these are the problem statement as you can see in the screen. The credibility of advertising is widely used concept is still find and terms of product scopes, including like services sector brands in Bangladesh. Some of that, like the previous researcher, also find the same problem statement. And telecommunication sector has been referred as a evolutions, uh, like uh, evolutions is a real effectiveness. Countries including like Bangladesh also search researchable contents depending on the uh, use of like celebrities in telecommunication sectors, and impact on brand trust toward and or telecommunication services sector in Bangladesh, where the culturally it's developed by the oriented people. All right. So these are the problem statement. All right. Now I'm going to the third slide, which is research questions and objectives. It's been included in this research. So there are three research questions defined in a line with the research problem. How first question is how does source trustworthiness impact on the brand trust of endorsement telecommunications brand? And the second one, how does source attractiveness of the impact on the brand trust and telecommunications brand? And how does source expertise the impact on brand trust of Android telecommunications? So these are the three important questions being linked to that with the research problems and the research the questions. The study is focused on three research objectives, which is underlined under mentioned like here. As you can see there, he is to examine the impact of source trustworthiness of brand trust of endorsement telecommunications brand, as it is impact on trustworthiness, attractiveness, and expertise. These are the three objectives being like involved in this like in this research. And here is the hypothesis. So the hypothesis also included in this research as follows as like a trustworthiness. How does the trustworthiness significantly influence brand trust of endorsed telecommunications brand in Bangladesh? And expertise significantly also influenced brand trust of endorsed telecommunications. And the third question is attractiveness significantly influence brand trust of Android's telecommunications brand. So these are the hypotheses will be trying to establish in this research. So here's the literature review, like some of the previous researcher has been conducted, like in the field of like marketing by using that celebrity, how its impact to build a brand, like especially in the for the companies, and how its impact to the customers, while the message has been conveyed by the celebrity to be build a credibility, trust, and trustworthiness with with the consumer. So as you can see here also, like one of the author has mentioned that how does customer have retentions that leads the results of consider loyalty as it defined the kind of relationship which is nice chestnut like conduct a survey, conduct a research like 1978. It's been started not only right now, not the current trend, like it has been started like long early before. So yeah, the loyalty it's very much important and very much effectively impact to the to build a brand trust with the consumer. So that's based on that, like how like which persons will be representing my products. Let's say like the Coca-Cola company, you know, like if I'm talking about that, talking about a Bangladeshi content, like Coca-Cola always like try to try to bring the celebrity, especially related to the cricket field, because cricket is the only one game which is very popular in our country. So the cricketer will be like will be endorsed a product, okay, in the Bangladeshi content. So like, and the trustworthiness has referred to receiver trust and faith in a sender. So the celebrity definitely should be having a good personality. If the celebrity is having a negative impact, so of course, like it also impact to the brand as well, as it is like the realistically, like in our country also, there are so many sort of thing happened based on that wrong celebrity has been included like some of that domestic products, domestic companies, but constantly like they have delivered to convey the message with the consumers to accept their product. So that's how like it's been happening. So of course, like it's very much important to think about it. And the consumer perceived credibility and user has a high level of expertise. He or she is more likely to be persuaded by the message in the advertisement. So this also like it's been conducted like 1998, exactly the same process I'm going through. And as you can see that like the conceptual framework to celebrity credibility and brand trust. Okay, so here is having a dependent variable and independent variable as well, like trustworthiness, expertise, attractiveness. So independent variable, it's celebrity credibility, dependent variable, brand trust. So these are the conceptual framework we'll be conduct in this research. Um, this is the methodology, like we are approached like a post research approach. And you can see that like our data collections technique has been used like primary data and secondary data. And also we have a research design and also like the research context. And the primary data is conducting the research by means but semi-structured interview. Okay, and the secondary data like imperial studies, magazine books, collected informations, or other materials published or printed reports. And there are so many different channels being used in this research while collecting the secondary data. And the populations, in the population, Bangladesh is, as you might be aware of, that Bangladesh is densely populated country, like around 222 million people are living in a small land, where the different demographic profiles also there. Like we have a hill tracts area where like the tribe people are living, and we have a different communities like the Christians, Muslims, Hindu, and tribes. And our confined area is like a Kumilla district area. It's one of that metropolitan district, and the other one is the Sylhet divisions, and there is and also like collected data from the capital of Dhaka in Bangladesh, and offline and online as well. That the information, the sampling was collected. There is around 200 respondent has been participate in this article in this research. So here is the data analysis methods that I have used while conducting a research, like SPSS software, and arithmetic also has been used, and regression analysis and correlation matrix, test adequacy of sample, and ANOVA were being used in this research. So as you can see that like in the correlations, where you can see like in the data analysis, the correlations is being found. As you can see that like in the city, like where the point, the result is being out like around 0.584, and the CA also like exactly the same figure, it's not being carried out, where you can say like 4.61, and the CA also like 4.61 is being found, and BT also having a like 0.241, and CA, BT all having a different results being result being found in this data analysis. So in the data analysis, basically different statistics tool were applied to test a hypothesis and identify the significant difference and proposed relationships among the variables, as the variance among by the variables were not equal across the group. Okay, so we have a different segments group, different demographics being used in this research while conducting. So here is the regression analysis. So in this result, above of the table, below of the table, as you can see that the model like adjusted in the square, like in the R sections, and where it's like 5,600, and the Darwin Watson also found like 1.693, whereas it's based on like independent variable. Okay, so where the R is considered to be measures of the quality of predictions of the dependent variable, and a dependent variable BT. The value of is value of like 0.560 indicates a good level of predictions that being found in the regressions analysis while I'm conducting the research. And here is that like ANOVA test. So in the ANOVA test, its independent variables have significantly evidence to associate with sampling populations. As you can see there, the table, whereas the sampling populations, the total means like had significantly reflect 2.413, and the grant mean like show around 3.9005 in this data. Eventually, the mean are significantly different shows in the ANOVA test. As you can see the different in the means, where it shows like 58.0 584.371. It shows in the like a mean square. The analysis gives the result of F test that determine whether the model is good for the fit for the data or not. According to the table, it has carried out good and significant since F6, as it is mentioned that the value where you can see there. Beg your pardon. Yeah, now here it says suggestions for the future researchers. This paper is a study of the influence of credibility on pre-receive brand trust, study on multinational mobile services sector in Bangladesh. From there is analysis, few suggestions has been derived from the future research, which is being formed after the research and analysis. So there are three things that I have rightly mentioned here. So first thing is like through the branding and product endorsement by the celebrity that plans and customer segmentations in Bangladesh market. So Bangladesh is not that much small country, but of course it's a very small country, but having a high populations around 222 million peoples, and we have the different demographics as I have mentioned earlier. There is a uh, Muslim communities like around like 90%, 92% are Muslim, and Hindus and Christians are the other communities as well. So there is having like a lot of conflicts also happened based on that emotional attachment for their own communities. So like of course need to be considered while conducting or while endorsing a product. For the product, segmentations need to be carefully need to be adapt as per their communities expectations. The multinational mobile services companies and other companies also the best interest as it is few opportunities to grow more domestic market. So of course in the domestic market it's having a influenced by the international influencer as well, and local celebrity as well. So there is a limitations, and also having a broad area of marketing campaign need to be a conduct in a different way. And secondly, the marketing plans and branding plans to be developed by endorsing the right celebrity to endorse the product services in other regions of Bangladesh. So here I'm trying to elaborate that like specifically like the celebrity has to be like the has to be a very good personality based on that products. Let's say Bangladesh is uh, Bangladesh is a familiar and well emotionally connected with the cricket. Emotionally connect with the cricket. So as it is, the cricket is the only games where the people are enjoying. So of course, like especially for that for for s- for the credibility or for the branding purposes, that celebrity need to be endorsed as per the customer's requirement, as per the customer perceptions. So the right person should be in the right products, right endorsement and services. So the new market researchers will have to conduct especially in the customers and competitor analysis. And thirdly, companies that are engaged in international markets need a systematic methods to develop a strategic market plan to create a brand image and building a brand trust in Bangladesh, which would be interesting and practical topics. So here I'm trying to talk about the strategic plan of the companies, how they will develop their products, how they will develop the products to I mean like to with the competitor, because there is a different companies are available. Like we have international companies as well. There are six or five six telecommunications services has been provided in our country. Like one is Grameen Phone, which is international, and Airtel, Indian companies, and also we have a Bangla Link, and we have worried, and there are so many. Teletalk is the only one like local companies. So we have domestic markets as well as we have international markets, international brands also. So of course we need to be careful while we are conducting a research. So while we are trying to implement the best way as possible way like to build our image. So of course like these are the things has to be careful while endorsing a product in our local market as well as in the international markets as well. So these are the recommendations. Sorry, these are the recommendations has been enlisted here. The first is like the platform should be attractive to the customers with the good content and eye-catching attributes. So this is my one of the recommendations that I have enlisted here. And the secondly, like here is the branding marketing strategy should be developed in that way it becomes more cost effective. So of course, like if according to the culture, according to the Bangladeshi culture and Bangladeshi content, like the person, of course, like he or she has to be a like locally oriented and locally trustworthy persons uh, to optimize the cost optimizations. And of course, like Indian celebrity also very much highly influenced in our country as well with the people, but it's having a very costly. So that's the reasons like most of the telecommunication sector they never endorsed any foreign celebrity to endorse their products and services. So this is a very good example for the cost optimizations. Normally they are acquiring or they are obtaining like a local celebrity to endorse this product. Sorry. And also like the company should be considered the celebrity credibility backup plan so that the strategic that is undertaken in the platform that's going to be build up a brand trust with the consumers via proper media channels. Of course, like credibility, it's very important strategic plan. Uh, for any of the companies, most of if you are talking about like local or domestic, it doesn't matter. For all the companies are should be having a very good strong strategic plan and also having a backup plan if something goes wrong. So if something goes wrong, so of course like it will having like consequences for the future purposes, and the company might hamper or down stepping down or to downgrade his reputations as well. It might be happened. And of course like for these reasons like need to be very alarming and need to be a very well planned for the backup purposes. And thirdly, develop the strategic plan to build a brand trust in a market by conducting a survey. Okay, so it can be reflect the desired people. So need to conduct a survey as per that the customer's requirement, customers' perceptions, like who they like and who they don't like it. So that's how like need to conduct a survey, and based on that like need to establish the product with the people, and the message has to be very clean and very the message has to be conveyed to the consumers in a very attractive way to build the credibility, to build the brand trust, and to increase the brand image among the people. And thirdly, strategic creating a brand image or platform that is going to be developed for the e-marketing or standard marketing. So as you are aware of that nowadays, like most of the social media, okay, you can see like all the uh, products are being circulated, the information is being circulated. So the different channels should be, we cannot be a stand only for one particular media channels, such as like as you can see, as you like televisions or newspaper. Okay, so we cannot be depend on that. So nowadays, most young people are continuously using like social media, like such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, or TikTok. and there are other so many channels are available. So of course, like the product has to be the information has to be delivered in the different channels, s- so that like it can reach to the customers. This is the there are so many tools, like this is one of that. And uh, and the last one is like strategy should be conducted in a way that people can access the platform with ease. So of course, like in any developing countries, like most of people are not connected to the internet. So that's the reasons like we cannot fully dependent on the social media. So we have to find, or you have to go through another process, like another different channels, different media, such as like electronic newspaper, print media, or print news, or televisions, or cable networking, cable channels. So these are the channels, like need to be used to convey the message. So to deliver, like to convey the advertisement. So what actually means advertisement? Advertisement means that the message of the product, it's like a spectacular way uh, to convey it through the different media channels. Yes, of course, like while conducting the research, like there is some certain limitations, are of course are certain limitations are here, and for the researcher also what has to be done. So during this development of this paper, there are some difficulties has been found. Okay, in another way, celebrity credibility on piracy brand trust in multinational services sector in Bangladesh, especially in the mobile sector, there is some certain difficulties or of obstacles has been faced by myself in this research. Like it has been more focused on the development of the brand image. So this is one of the things that I have constantly focused on that. And of course, like the other part of is the brand trust, how people are thinking of the brand, how it's the value of the brand, how people talk about the brand. So these are the things like I was having some issues, and my issue was to focus those are the particular individual, those are the particular subjects, especially in the marketing platform in our country. Uh, Not entire country, like some of the particular places, as I have mentioned earlier. Not the broad, like entire Bangladesh, not like that. Only some particular places, like around 3 places that I have done. And the vast area of products and was done by the celebrity to keep communicate with the consumers to make awareness of the products and services. So of course, like the future research should be communicate with the consumer first. First of all, this is very important things. And based on that, like the appropriate way to figure out what we're supposed to do for the in future purposes. And of course, like the first of all, my limitation was only for the brand trust and credibility, and how society, how communities are accepting what they think about the products, what they think about the celebrity, though they feel like is that celebrity it's appropriate for them or not. So these are the things that I have focused on it while conducting research. And celebrity has used to create a brand trust. This is a very important. This is their roles. This is their roles is being adopt in the society, and this is how the people are accepting from the celebrity. If celebrity it's having a negative impact in the society, so of course like it not gonna be work anymore. So it will impact to the companies as well, as it is happened in our company. If I am giving you one example, like one of the e-commerce company, okay, e-commerce company, they brought all the celebrity, like the first rated celebrity, and finally that company has bankrupted. So after that, it's very much impact. Suddenly it happens with the celebrity as well. Now everyone is talking about like, yeah, these are the celebrities. We don't have any faith with the celebrities because of them attitudes and because of the previous endorsement happened. So of course, like we need to be considered while while endorsing any kind of products. So of course, like it should be relevant to that celebrate its personality. And secondly, this research also developed a project of creating a brand trust with the consumer. This is the one of the main focus on this matter. And and having a limitations time from the analysis, of course it's matter like for the time limitations, and also having analysis, it's been found couldn't present all the progress report during the development of the research project due to certain limitations is being confined in this area of the research. And as you can see the reference, like yeah, all the mentioned things, all the reference like earlier who have worked on this project. So there are so many honorable and respected the researcher has conducted based on these products, like advertising and endorsement and credibility. And these also like as you can see that like other authors also done some research. So uh, thank you so much once again to hearing these presentations in a online platform. So I would like to thanks once again all the audience who have been watching these presentations. So if you have any kind of questions, please ask me. So I'll be ready to answer your questions based on this research. Thank you so much once again, and I really appreciate it to listen my conversations. I'm to hearing my presentations. Thank you, thank you so much once again.